I hate this song! Oh boy.
We did see Spider went up the water spout. Down came the goblin and tore the spider out.
Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out.
We did see Spider went up the water spout. Down came the goblin and tore the spider out.
Shake it off. It's just your bones, your muscles, and your organs.
What's up? How's it going?
It's going good. How about yourself?
It's going good. Can't complain.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of the trailer?
I thought it was good. I like how they showed a lot more. And you guys got to see some of the villains besides Doc Ock. I'm loving how they kept the Green Goblin costume. Not costume, sorry. Suit similar. They didn't change much.
Yeah.
Looks updated. You can tell it's updated, but it doesn't look like. For me, I was afraid that it was going to look too animated, like CGI and everything. But it looks like it's like from the when they the original suit. So
yeah, it's good to see that it's not CGI'd.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm really am happy about that. I like how we saw Electro. He looks different. He's not blue. He has like
Yeah.
little electric power with gauntlet things. And then we saw Sandman and Lizardman.
So C-list, he did confirm that
Hey, see
he's doing Vulture stuff, but I don't know if I believe that he's doing Vulture stuff for this movie.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
it's
think he is.
too late in the game to. There's less than a month left. We're talking 3 weeks.
Well, who knows? Maybe that's the one secret they kept from leaking.
Yeah. And then Michael Keaton all of a sudden is like, God damn it, I forgot to tell everyone I was in it.
Or who knows? He might just show up as Batman. Get the real multiverse going.
You know, at this point, with the way Flash is going, I'm expecting Michael Keaton to pop up in everything.
He's gonna be like, oh shit, wrong movie. Like, wrong universe. Damn it.
I saw something today that was Michael Keaton is upset that Ryan Reynolds was also a DC and Marvel character, and he is just finding this out.
You just found this out?
So I commented, I was like, doesn't that kind of show us how forgettable the Green Lantern movie was?
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, that movie was just weird.
Yeah.
No, I remember seeing it in theaters. Usually, I like most of the movies. Like 96% of the time, I like the movies I see because I'm generally entertained. But with that movie, I was entertained, but also at the same time, like it wasn't that good. I wish there was more of a storyline. I didn't get the giant cloud thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just weird. Hey, Crazy Comics, Tasty Let's see, man.
Green
E-Man.
Lantern, I'm guessing, sucked.
No, it stuck so bad that it just the word "suck" would give it a bad rep if you use it correctly.
It gives it the justification.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, the new trailer is really cool. I liked it, and I like how you pointed out like they edited Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Like I didn't even notice, I didn't catch that on until like I saw that little clip of like who's punching the lizard. It's really funny because they showed it like X-Files theme music. Like
yeah. So that wasn't in the American trailer. That originally showed up in the Brazilian trailer, and then the international trailer as well.
Oh. And
I saw a meme that was saying they were asking, like, J. Jonah Jameson was the Sony producer, the Sony executives, and he goes, I want to get paid now. And they said no, obviously, like just like the movie. And he goes, no, you'll get paid when I pay you. And then he goes, oh, okay then.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting though that they did keep J. Jonah Jameson in both No Way Home and the Sam Raimi universe. Same actor.
I'm kind of curious.
Two different ones, one with hair, one with bald. They would look at each other like, oh man, what the fuck happened?
So when he's in the field, he's always wearing a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Could that be a different J. Jonah Jameson?
Maybe.
He's never wearing that hat when he's on the big screen.
Yeah, I think he is different. I think it's a different version of him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that kind of gave us a hint of the multiverse when we're seeing him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's him. But it's not really him. Or not ours. Jonah.
See, and that's the interesting thing is the villains are going to get pulled from right before their death.
Yeah.
Which obviously happened years to even a decade, like 2 decades ago, nearly. Mm. But these Spider-Men are getting pulled from their current timeline. So like the events of Spider-Man 4 that would have happened if we ever got a Spider-Man 4 have happened. Toby's Peter has a kid with Mary Jane. Obviously, I'm guessing Andrew Garfield has met his Mary Jane. I'm interested to see what route they take with the characters. Are they going to pull them differently from different time periods? Because obviously Green Goblin, if you pulled him from now, he's been dead for 2 decades almost.
Yeah, and he was in the beginning when Spider-Man was starting out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. I was thinking,
for sure.
like, if Andrew Garfield has his own Mary Jane, because I remember seeing a deleted scene, I think, or like Mary Jane was supposed to be in the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, but they cut her scene out. I wonder if they go to say he found his own Mary Jane, if they're going to use the same actress. I forgot who it was. Was it Haley Steinfeld?
I think so. If it wasn't her, it was someone else who's like really famous now.
Yeah.
Like that girl from Pitch Perfect comes to mind. I think they were talking about her playing Mary Jane at one point.
Kendrick?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would love to see the girl from the new Footloose. She would be a really nice Mary Jane, or even a Gwen. More of a country style Gwen, but still.
Oh no, it was Shailene Woodley.
Oh yes. Okay.
From Divergent. Yeah.
Yep.
Divergent.
She's a phenomenal actress.
Yeah. Kind of different.
I wouldn't mind her as Mary Jane.
Yeah, kind of weird seeing her as a brunette.
Yeah.
You know, only known her as like a blonde, dirty blonde.
Yeah. You know, you got to deal with your women in different ways when they become actresses.
So true.
Scott knows that life over at Hoarder's Hide.
Oh yeah, I think he knows it fairly well.
Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, go back and watch another live after this, and you'll see his comments show up about 8 minutes into each episode, talking about what he likes to talk about.
Yeah, his activities, his past life, what he does when he's angry, what he does when he's happy, what he does when he's sad, what he does when he's bored.
Yep.
I'm just gonna leave it there with no context and let people judge for themselves during this live.
That's what the internet's been doing lately. The no context reviews, the no context stuff. I've really been enjoying that. Shailene is Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend. They are both the same kind of wacko. Are they really dating? Isn't she like 20 years younger than him?
What the fuck? I didn't know she was dating him. Well, she knows more about gossip than I do.
So just to be clear, there will be very minor spoilers for Spider-Man No Way Home. We will talk about the plot leak a little bit. We will be talking about the trailer and diving into the trailer and just saying our thoughts on where we think this is all going. You are live with the Comics Lounge. Thank you so much for watching. And honestly, I was, like we've been saying, I was happy with this trailer. It led us down a path to tell us what we wanted to hear without giving away too much. Like, I still don't know what the story is for this.
Same. It kind of threw me for a loop in a good way when Peter Parker, the Tom Holland was like, wait, I want to save these guys. There's hope for them. And like Doctor Strange's like, oh hell no. It's like, not doing that. That kind of threw me for a twist, and like, whoa, I want to see how this goes down. And he says there's got to be a new way, a different way, because when the first trailer, there was no context on why he was like doing the train thing. Yeah. Like, to me, it almost looked like he was fighting Spider-Man.
Yep.
Like, oh my God, is this like a different Doctor Strange, a darker Doctor Strange?
And that's what someone had said.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing a TikTok about that this is not the real Doctor Strange. And it's like, no, it's the real Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is willing to do a lot if he can change reality to be what it needs to be in order for the timelines to line up and whatnot. Like, I feel like Doctor Strange is his own personal TVA.
Yeah. But yeah, now with this trailer, it seems like he's not fighting him. He's trying to prevent him from doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
he's trying to help save the universe while trying to talk them sense into this naive Peter Parker. Like my sister and I were talking about this. Like Toby's probably gonna come in, that Peter Parker with the most knowledge. Like come in, like talk to him and go like these people cannot be saved. I fought like most of them.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta listen to me. Like I have the more experience on my timeline, just they cannot be saved. And I like how they're doing like from 3 different stages of Peter's life. Older one, Tobey Maguire, like probably in his late 20s, like probably has like a few years on his belt as Andrew Garfield.
Yep.
While Tom Holland is still starting out. Yes, he's been through a lot of things during his time as Spider-Man, but he's still young, so inexperienced in terms of
100%.
Doing things. So I would love to see like hopefully they take some time from the action and everything, just have that like monologue between all 3 of them. I hope they really do that. That's what I'm really looking forward to, having a nice, maybe almost 10-minute monologue, maybe, I don't know, between them.
And I think we're going to get that because if you look at the leaked set video of the blue screen behind Andrew Garfield, it matches up exactly to the scaffolding at the Statue of Liberty. And I didn't realize that was a Statue of Liberty thing until I actually like went back and rewatched it. I felt like an idiot doing my first breakdown because I'm like, this nice building that they're building out in the middle of the bay. And I'm like,
Mount Rushmore.
Oh, it's Captain America, Statue of Liberty. Interesting. I like that. Very cool. I felt like an idiot. I'm like, wait, that's what they're doing? Oh, I see it now. There's the star. There's the shield. Okay.
Well, it's the first time watching the trailer. I mean, like, of course you're going to miss something.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And it's funny because my sister made a funny joke when I showed her the trailer because I watched it first. Oh, Dr. Octopus is like, you're not Peter. But my sister took it another way. She's like, it'd be funnier if he said, you're not my Peter. Like, it just gives a whole different context, like, kind of weirdness, like, my Peter's like, you, like, what? There's no different relationship to this. But I feel like Dr. Octopus is going to have a bigger role, I feel. My sister and I feel like he's probably going to have a bigger role in this movie than any of the other villains.
So my thoughts are, you have Green Goblin, and as the plot leaks, that Green Goblin gets there weeks before any of the other villains. Kind of like what happened to Gwen in Into the Spider-Verse. But then Doc Ock is kind of like, hey, you couldn't defeat him. I nearly did. Let me tell you how. And then it's like, okay, you lead us, because Doc Ock also seems to be leading Lizard and Electro, because it seems like all 3 of them arrive around the same time. And that's when they get trapped in that prison that Peter and Ned are, Peter, Ned, and MJ are all standing in front of. And it's interesting because it's like, why are we trapping them in a prison if we're going to kill them?
Well, I think because I think that's before they know they have to kill them.
Okay.
Maybe. That's what I guess. Like, after seeing that, like, he probably captured him before he knew. I think at that time, I think what I'm guessing, that's when Doctor Strange is going to come up. Because they're probably going to call Doctor Strange, like, look who we found. Can you explain this? And that's when he gives speech and everything. And then another thing that my sister was saying that she brought up that I didn't even notice, do you think the Green Goblin is going to try and manipulate young Peter Parker or Tom Holland?
I could see it.
Because in the trailer he says you have to choose. You can't save them all. It feels like he's trying to manipulate something. And my sister's saying maybe he's talking to Tom Holland Spider-Man, trying to maybe manipulate him because he probably knows he's the naive one. Inexperienced one.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find that line.
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
I know I'm skipping through a lot. We'll get to a lot of it soon, but
Ooh, there we go.
this Green Goblin
You
scene.
want while the world.
So a lot of people were saying that this Green Goblin here could be either James Franco or Dan DeHaan.
Oh yeah, my sister and I were talking about that. Like, if it's James Franco, I know he died, but he reconciled with Peter, like
Yeah.
much like a time, like a significant time before he died, because even if it's like regardless, he died a hero in a way for trying to save people. So like, is he going to have if it's James Franco, and I hope they catch James Franco for that one, is he going to go up against his father? And I think that would be a cool epic showdown, or kind of them both realizing, wait, you're my son. He's like, dad, son. And then my sister and I made a joke, like, then Venom comes out and bitch slaps everyone. It's like, no, get your shit together. Ooh, Goblin with no helmet.
So that's what I've seen too, and that's what I heard. I was watching Canadian Lad earlier today, and he was saying something similar to this, is that he thinks that it was actually Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin with a broken helmet, and because it's like the same glider, which leads us to believe that if he has a broken helmet and goggles, that they could be the goggles from Doc Ock.
That's interesting. Or
The other, go ahead.
I would say, I just thought just now, or if that means he has a broken helmet, that means he must have fallen in battle. Like, who knows? Maybe that's one of the people, one of Peter's friends, figuring out how to activate it
Mm-hmm.
and helping him. I don't know. That's something I just thought. I know that seems like bizarre, but I was thinking, who knows? That might be a plot twist that we're not expecting.
Yeah. Could the Sinister Six member be, I don't know, Ned? Hobgoblin?
Oh, yeah, I've heard a lot about that.
Oh, Crazy beat me to it.
Yeah.
he's
my
lost
sister
a
and I-
lot of weight.
Yeah, he looks really good. Like, he lost a lot of weight, like you said. That's what I know.
Yeah.
I need an MCU maybe. Well, just to get my dream body.
What do you think about this though? So
Oh
if you
yeah,
look-
that one.
yeah.
I was thinking like, what is this? And then, like, is he absorbing Peter's suit? Because I know
That's
Doc Ock is really smart, and I know in the second one they said like they can evolve in a way or something, like because they have a mind of their own. Maybe they evolved in their own way to take like technology and help Doc Ock for it.
I think
I
that's
thought that scene was
exactly
cool.
what it is. Because it makes total sense for that to be the case. Because if you think about it, jumping a little bit farther ahead in this trailer, so not only do we see Peter very sad and crying, which I'll get to in a minute, but we also see in one of my favorite scenes of this battle here.
From every universe.
The battle on the bridge is absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Peter.
So if you look right here, there's red on.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's already red on there.
Yeah, there's red on here, and it's missing from here.
Yeah.
So not only is Peter quick thinking enough to take it off of his face and put it over his chest, and I thought at first when I didn't watch it in slow motion, he was just doing this so that he could
Oh, I didn't even know a piece of it's missing. Oh my god, I didn't even notice
like
that.
reveal himself to Doc Ock and be like, why do you hate me? I'm not the guy you're looking for. But what he's really doing is trying to cover the part that's about to get hit by Doc Ock's attack.
I thought that too. I thought it was like him just saying, "Yo, it's me." Like I'm not Toby.
I'm not that emo kid.
I'm not the emo one who won the franchise in the third movie. Then Doc Ock's be like, "That was the third movie."
Oh God, yes, Doc Ock.
Now,
there was a third movie, and you were not in it.
Like trust me, Doc Ock. You would not want it to be. You would not have wanted to be alive for that. But yeah, I did not notice this. Like, wow, like now that changes everything.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, it wasn't him to reveal himself; it's more him protecting himself. All right, then that kind of confirms it a little bit. Like, it must be absorbing his suit, his technology.
Yep. That's the only way I can think that he goes from not having them at the beginning of this fight to having them at the end of the fight.
Okay.
Because all the good villains are dead.
The only good villain is a dead villain. We're going to go Planet Ape style.
I guess. I mean, I think Vulture's the sixth villain too. I don't think it's going to be Venom. I think Venom is going to be in a post-credit scene. And we're going to see a Venom versus Carnage versus Spider-Man movie coming up next. I think that'd be a ton of fun. But oh, Hoarders, you threw off my groove. Of course, Hoarders. See what I mean, guys? This is exactly what we were talking about 15 minutes ago. It just happened a little bit later in the show this time.
Watch it. Peter Parker and Doc Ock. This Peter Parker is like, yo, I have somewhere where we can go to talk things out. And we see Hoarder side DJing in a club.
Yep. Not Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah. But we're still going to see Channing Tatum. Yeah, we're going to make this the real multiverse, not just Marvel. We're going the Magic Mike route. We're going to go different routes.
And Vin Diesel comes in with family.
And then you're going to see, like, no, just imagine this. With his tentacles, he's going to make it rain multiple. Oh, no. The tentacles shoot out the dollar bills. So that advances.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. That's the way to do it.
He's robbing, so he has enough money to do that. And then you get John Wick. He's like, yo, you killed my dog, then he's got to go all out.
You're not Peter Parker.
Sure. So the other thing is, if
Miles Morales,
you're not Peter Parker, you're confirming that Toby's in this movie. Because why would he still care about this kid who's, in his mind, dressing up as Spider-Man? And yeah, it's in great tech, but I mean, think about it. You saw Norman Osborn get taken out by Spider-Man. You then become a villain. You see yourself get taken out by Spider-Man. And truly, Norman Osborn killed himself. Doc Ock killed himself by their own actions, not literally by committing suicide, but just through actions that led to the end.
but I feel like also like Doc Ock had like a good side to him towards the end. He has some
for
redemption.
sure.
Yeah,
And
but he still died. But
yeah, which is the cool part. But also, why are you fighting Peter if you had redemption at the end? But maybe you were bringing him back from right before that redemption. Who knows?
Yeah, because I think it's because of the tentacles, like they say, short circuit and manipulated him. Yeah, my sister and I were talking about that. Like, probably he's gonna show up not at the first credit, probably not the end of the movie, probably not the first post credit scene, but at the way end, probably.
So This actually got me and my wife talking. Who has the rights to Miles Morales?
Ooh, I'm gonna look that up. Wow, you guys.
Miles was created after the Sony deal. Miles was used by Sony in Miles Morales video game and in Into the Spider-Verse. But Sony owns the name Spider-Man. Marvel owns the name Miles Morales. MCU can have Miles Morales all they want. They cannot have Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Mm. Yeah, it says Sony has the rights
Yeah.
to Spider-Man,
As
including
soon
Peter Parker,
as-
Miles Morales.
As soon as they call him Spider-Man, Marvel and Disney are not allowed to use the character,
Boom, lawsuit.
which is crazy. But the 90s really sucked for Marvel, and they did something they're regretting, and that eventually, hopefully, they'll either absorb Sony or Sony will go bust.
Yeah. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
the 90s.
So
Probably
they
have
will
Miles
be able to do
Spider-Man
that
and some other
if
stuff.
they sign a
Oh.
deal to do that, and obviously that's probably going to end up happening because that's the next step of all this, of course. Now, how far down the line we'll see Miles, who knows? Which universe is Miles going to come from? Because he's not a 616 hero. Is the Miles Morales we're going to see in the MCU going to be different from the Miles Morales that is the Spider-Man Miles Morales?
Yeah.
Like that's a whole other conversation to have, obviously, but they would be taking a lot of liberties to make 616 Miles Morales be the main Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to see it all go down.
Yeah.
If and when they bring our boy Miles Morales.
Oh, for sure. And I'm hoping they do. I mean, it would be a really amazing thing to see in the MCU at some point. We already know that his uncle is in it, and obviously if his uncle's there, he's probably there somewhere. And he already said, my nephew lives over on that side of the town and whatnot. I don't need these weapons in the hands of people. But I don't know. I mean, I would like to see them do Miles correctly. And in order to do that, you have to find a hero that is not even a hero. You have to find an actor that's like 13, 14, 15 years old. Because he's got to be able to grow with the... Yeah.
He looks like it.
And I mean, let's be real. Like, there's not a lot of actors that I can think of right off the top of my head who fit that Miles Morales mold. There's a lot of great voice actors for him. Donald Glover's done a phenomenal job voice acting Miles.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a tricky thing.
Yeah.
You have to find the right people, the right look, the right voice for actors. Yeah. Well, hopefully we can find one soon. Just snatch somebody up off the streets. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be messed up.
You're the next Miles Morales. Okay.
What? You just hear like car music. It's like, what? Like, sorry, miss, your son's gonna be the next Miles Morales. Don't worry, you'll get royalties. We'll see him in about 10 years.
Yep. Sign the best deal, honey.
I was like, oh, what? MCU? All right, whatever. We'll get paid.
And if you don't, just sue Disney. Too soon?
Oh, that's funny.
Um,
But as soon as they hear Sue Disney, like, oh no, the car's gonna break. Just push the kid out. You said the forbidden word. Too soon.
no, but seriously, so Tom's, we can't do this without that, in my opinion.
Can you repeat that? You kind of cut out on my end.
Oh, sorry. So in my opinion, we have to have a villain from Tom's Spider-Verse. To do this just from the other, like, villains from the other two, what the hell's the point of Tom being there, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, why have him in this movie if it's going to be
Just because they have Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
It's basically the only reason why. But then who would it be if you don't feel like Vulture's going to be in it? Mephisto's dead. No, shit. So Mysterio is dead.
I don't think so.
Well, probably if it's the multiverse, then maybe he will come back.
Maybe we get
Another-
the real Mysterio this time.
Or another Mysterio.
An actual illusionist,
Oh yeah, it's
not
someone who actually
a
has power.
techie guy.
Yeah. Watch it. It's gonna be Doctor Strange underneath the helmet. I was like, you just got punked. And then of course Tom Holland, you'll be like, what? What? That's too old for me.
No, but seriously, I would love to see Mysterio be the Sinister Six villain. That would be an absolutely amazing way to bring him back. And like, just, I mean, everything would be so cool if we did that. Marvel,
Yeah.
please make that happen. Because obviously the whole reason that the suit gets turned inside out is because he gets green paint thrown on him by a Mysterio supporter. So is that an Easter egg to calling back Mysterio and just being like, yeah, like Mysterio was there, now he's not, sorry, he's dead? Or is that something to say, hey, Mysterio's not gone yet?
That'd be really cool to see.
It's very interesting the way they played Mysterio's character in Far From Home. That he was a hero to everyone except Spider-Man.
That would be interesting to see.
But like I said, I love that we don't have a true focus on where this movie's storyline is going. We've had so many plot leaks. We basically know what's going to happen in this movie, but we don't know the storyline, which is weird to say, but I think it makes sense.
Yeah. It makes sense for what it is.
Yeah.
But I also want to see, I'm looking forward to, like, do you think there's going to be one more trailer, or do you think there's going to be two more trailers?
I would say one more. I also think that it's not going to be a trailer, so to speak. It's going to be kind of like Eternals, where there were like mini TV spots where there's going to be tiny little things that are new.
Do you think they're going to introduce Daredevil in any of the trailers? Because I've been hearing, like there was saying that Matt Murdock's going to be in there as Peter Parker's lawyer.
Again, I
And
think
those
think it's too big of a reveal for a trailer.
Yeah, do you think there's going to be wait to like?
I think if we were to see that, they would have put the focus on this a little bit.
Yeah.
I also found it interesting. So going back to the trailer, there's this scene. Where'd it go? There it is. When Doc Ock throws the car at him. And if you look at the license plate closely, it says ASM 8183.
Oh shit!
And
Never noticed that.
I guess John Watts is the king of putting things in license plates. And if you look at the comics, 8183 refers to August 1st of 1983, and it's Amazing Spider-Man 243 or 247. And that whole story in that comic is all about Spider-Man Peter Parker having to choose what his life is going to look like after the events of that book. This is exactly like that. All of this is going to happen. It's also very similar from what I've heard to the Brand New Day storyline. And that's a whole other thing that we could discuss. Like, Brand New Day is a really interesting thing that's basically, from what I'm understanding, I have all the comics. I don't have, or I have most of the. It needs to kind of actually read them. Almost the complete collection of that storyline. I guess that's pretty much the spell goes wrong too in the comics in the Amazing Spider-Man canon. Who do you think is going to die in this movie?
Oh, for sure, everyone. All the villains. They have to. They just have to. Like, we need death in this movie.
Kingpin's my long shot. I could see Kingpin being in this. That'd be really cool.
It'd be funny, like, if Green Goblin dies again. It's like, oh shit, not again. I was gonna make it this time.
I don't want Sinister Six to be a one-off, though.
I know. I don't think, maybe they're not gonna die. No one's gonna die, maybe. Hopefully.
Maybe.
Or then I'll be so fucking pissed if they kill off one of the Spider-Man. I'll be so mad if they kill Toby. Not gonna lie. The only reason I want to see this movie is one because MCU, but no, mainly because I want to see my boy Toby.
So there's 3 rumors that I've heard floating around. Tobey Maguire, MJ, and Aunt May.
Ooh.
And that the car scene later on in this trailer is the Aunt May death scene at Feast.
No. Wait, which Aunt May?
Hot Aunt May.
Oh, poor Happy.
I've also heard Happy might die. So.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, have you seen that meme? I don't think I sent it to you. It's kind of fucked up. He shows Happy and the 3 Aunt Mays. And it's like the threesome Happy was not anticipating. No, the foursome he was not anticipating. I was like, what the fuck?
So this scene right here is supposedly at Feast. What's up, Comic Vet? Good to see you, buddy.
How they coming back? Blame Canada.
This is Porter's got no shame in his game. This is supposedly at Feast, and this is what could kill Aunt May. Obviously, we have the Gwen Stacy fall for MJ. I could see Ned dying as well, or not dying. So let me rephrase that. Him getting, like, the building, all that scaffolding collapsing on him, them not being able to find him. He gets found, and then he comes back as Hobgoblin.
Yeah, I was saying maybe it's like dying. Like part of himself is dead. It's like blaming the spider people. Like, why didn't you save me, dog? You chose this chick over me? I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
It's like, I was your homie. And then, or like something like just something snaps in him. It's like, Spider-Man's not all good. And
I do like your theory about So what if Green Goblin tries to get Tom's Peter Parker to be on his side?
Oh, you know, Peter Parker, Toby is gonna put the smack down. But that'd be interesting because I don't know, like Peter should if that happens, and I'll be kind of like people be like, come on, man, like you look like Mephisto tricked you now, not a Goblin, you're gonna do it. But I think the
Mephisto?
Goblin, sorry, fucking stereo. Oh, Mephisto, we
Mephisto
don't know.
confirmed.
He could be in there. There's something that looked like devil horns in the trailer.
Hey,
but but yeah, like he might but I feel like Osborn, he seems to be more manipulative
yeah.
and smart about it, unlike Mysterio.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
what I feel like. I think it'll be much easier. Like he's gonna play the sympathy card and everything. Like probably make references to the Spider-Man, probably the Toby Spider-Man saying he wasn't all good.
Yeah.
I'll try to trick him because again, not all these Spider-Men are going to know each other. We probably not even going to trust each other. And he's probably gonna do
100%.
that. He's probably like try to play off of his naiveness, inexperience. Say, trust me, I know this Peter. He's from my universe, so take my word for it.
Yeah, he's actually the bad guy. He killed me.
And he killed Dr. Octopus apparently.
Like Doctor Strange and Peter are already at odds. What's to say that Green Goblin doesn't push that over the edge? You don't want to kill me.
Yeah, he probably will.
But so I've also heard that the other person who might die is Sandman. That Sandman's only doing this because Norman promised to save his daughter, and that Peter in either Amazing Spider-Man universe or MCU universe knew his daughter, and she's a great woman, very well off, and really like did well for herself because she survived. And he kind of comes to grips with the fact that Norman's just using him and goes against Norman, and that's when we then get Vulture and someone else fighting against the other three Peters. But now looking at this trailer, it seems like the Statue of Liberty scene is the climax of this movie. That's the final fight scene for the Cube to trap these villains once and for all and send them back to their universes.
Man, damn Cube. They seem to be a problem for the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
But
so based on that, what do you think of this villain?
Electro?
Yeah. And what we've seen out of him so far?
I don't know. I feel like a wild card maybe. In terms of, because the fact that he says you're not going to take this away from me, that could mean a lot of things. His newfound power, or just maybe he's just in it for himself.
Yeah.
Like, that could mean a lot of things. You're not going to take this away from me, like my power, I'm alive, or something. It's just, I don't know. I don't really see him like working together or anything. But like, I feel like he could be a wild card. He could be a wild card.
I could see that.
That'd be kind of cool. Just see, like, I'm on no one's side. I'm not on the Spider-Man side. I'm not on this weird villain side. I'm just doing this for me. And I think that kind of needs to happen to put a little twist in there. But it'll be interesting to see.
I also find it interesting. Is this Doc Ock or is this Spider-Man falling off the building?
I know. I was about to say that. Like, it could be Doc Ock.
because that is definitely Electro's lightning.
Yeah.
And if you look at the way those tentacles fall, they are not. You can see right
Yeah,
at the
and you can
top right.
see that the clothes too. It looks like it's
Yep.
flowing because Peter sees form fitting.
Yep.
You can see everything, whether you want to see it or not. But yeah, this looks like those clothes here.
And I did find it very interesting that at the top of the Statue of Liberty, you've got Sandman, Electro, and Lizard. Just 3 in that fight scene where Lizard gets punched by air. The fact that we're not seeing all 6 of them, or at least all 5 of them, all at once, is weird, in my opinion.
Maybe I feel like the villains will have this feel of now. He's going to have infighting. Be
Yeah.
like, yo. Probably not yo. They'll probably be something more sophisticated because they're all smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, gentlemen, we, put our minds together, have one cohesion. But, yeah, I feel like there's probably be some infighting. Because if that's not cocked, that means he certainly has something, Electro certainly has something against him.
Yeah.
Or, oh shit, I just thought about this. What if he says, like, you're not going to take this away from me because the cube is something, has a deeper power that whoever has it could do limitless things. Maybe then they're all going after it. Dr. Octopus is going after it, but then Electro's like, oh, hell no. And just goes, attacks him. That's something I just thought of just now. It's like, what? Maybe that could be a thing.
Yeah. I also found it very interesting how much we got MJ in this trailer. And I mentioned this in my last video that came out yesterday. When we saw Gwen this much in a trailer, she ended up dying.
Yeah.
Now that MJ's in a trailer, is she going to be the one to die? She's played a pretty big role in both of these trailers.
Yeah. Who knows? Or maybe she just has a bigger role.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I don't want her dying. That's like too much death.
I agree. I think this scene right here is just, I think it's a callback more than anything.
To the very first Spider-Man.
Yep. Oh, and look, it's Andrew Garfield's arm.
No, I think that's Toby's leg over there.
Let's see if we make it go forward any bit more. Oh, yep, you can see his leg right over. Yep, there's his leg.
I think I see Mephisto. I think I see a little horn.
That's why the lights are red down at the bottom, and there's 2 of them.
Those are his eyes. You're fucking peeling.
Oh, Mephisto confirmed.
He's confirmed in every movie and every show. People are just gonna keep saying that just until they do it. Watch it.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be probably fucked up Marvel. So I was like, you know what? Just to mess with the people, we're never gonna bring Mephisto in. Never.
Could you imagine how much hype there's going to be around Mephisto when he's finally in a movie or a show?
But you'd be like, we saw it way back. Like, he's there. People probably be like, not as hyped. And Marvel would be like, what? You guys wanted him? Like, yeah, but we're over it.
Yeah.
I do appreciate how Electro has like his signature like look,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just in lightning.
Oh, for sure. And I love that it's in lightning. It's so much cooler that it's in lightning. And when I was watching it at like 0.5 and 0.25 speed, I noticed that he's actually changing. When you see Peter with the integrated suit and he's got the gauntlet on and it's lighting up with the mystical arts and whatnot and the symbols, you can see Electro in the background, all blue, but light or yellow lightning going up to him and kind of forming around him and whatnot, almost like he's changing into this version of Electro. And I love that, because you can't just jump from one to the other and be like, hey, this is what it is. Like, no. That's not how that works. We don't want plot holes, because then you're going to have all these DC fanboys who are like, oh, found it. And it's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
This, I believe, is the scene where the chest plate gets ripped off by Doc Ock, because you can see that tentacle on his chest facing inward to like take the nanotech off.
Yeah. That's why you guys stick with the old suits. Technology can kill you.
Yep.
They're a danger to our universe. You're not gonna take this away from me.
Peter,
I love this
you're
right here.
struggling to have everything you want, while the world tries to make you choose.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone.
I can't save everyone. This is all my fault. You're struggling while the world forces you to choose.
Yeah, maybe that goes to like Aunt May dying. Maybe Happy.
Yeah.
Or Happy. If he dies, he'll never have gotten with Aunt May.
So it's, I want to see if I can find it quickly. It's a scene. I mean, first of all, we have Aunt May running away from something. Right here.
Ew.
She's clearly running away from something. And it looks similar to the scene at Feast.
Yeah.
Which then again looks similar to the back alley with the Feast truck from the first trailer.
Yeah.
But more to the point, there's a, like, and here's what I'm talking about. Like, MJ's in the trailer here, she's in the trailer here. But when Peter's in the rain and crying, like, that's where it leads me to believe that this is something so much bigger than just MJ dying. Because, yeah, he loves MJ, but I mean, I don't know if he loves her that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a
Sorry,
16-year-old boy with a 16-year-old crush.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have feelings, but that look on his face, and especially this part right here, he doesn't have the helmet on.
Oh, yeah.
So we know at Feast he doesn't have the helmet on, but it's a different suit. We also know at Feast Aunt May's there and she's running it, and pretty much everyone who's there knows he's Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's running through Feast without a mask on. Mask, helmet, whatever you want to call it, depending on the suit. So...
Well, I had to leave for just a few minutes, but I'll be back.
Okay.
All right. See you in a few minutes.
Sounds good. So basically what I'm saying is...
I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
When we're talking about all of this, is it something that's going to play out in one way and we're totally being steered in the complete opposite direction? We know that Marvel's done this before. We know that there's been times in trailers where what we've seen is not what we get in the movie. The Hulk running through Wakanda scene is the exact scene that kind of taught us that Marvel will play with our emotions and do what they want to do in order to show us that we don't really know what we're talking about. And I'm okay with that. I don't want to know every piece of the movie before I see it, but I am going to break it apart and see if I can figure it out because that's my personality. I really love trying to figure out this crap and piecing it together to see what's right, what's wrong, and what's going to go where at the end of the day. Before Alex comes back, I did want to kind of announce that what I picked up this week. And let's see, where is it at? Let's talk about what came out this week. And I've got a mystery call on, not a mystery call, but a mail call. One of the coolest things that Ken Wheaton, and if you watched my video on Archie Comics and his variant that he did for Archie's Chilling Tales. Let me see if I have it here. This one. So this is a really sweet variant that he did. Chilling Adventures in Sorcery. Rhino's Comics exclusive. Official Rhino's Comics and Collectibles variant. Archie Horror. And that's inside my LCS that I shop at. And our channel sponsor, also known as Rhinos. And then I go into Rhinos this week and I see something absolutely amazing. And I wanted to share this with you guys because this is a really great way to show what an awesome book shop you are, an awesome comic book shop you are. So it has all their information. Visit Rhino's Comics and Collectibles. We accept cleaning and pressing submissions daily. We send book submissions weekly to CGC and CBCS for our customers. We have very knowledgeable staff to help you with all your silver, bronze, indie, underground, toy, and Funko needs. If you know Gary B, he works there. We're continuing the great comic collecting tradition in Rochester and Western New York. We offer 20% off all new books, always and for everyone. And look at how awesome this piece of artwork is that Ken put together. As you can see up top, you've got Chet, Ken, not quite sure who I think that's his son, and I can't remember the name of the other guy, but it's just so awesome. 7 years in the making, established in 2015, right before I got into collecting. 50-cent bins every day. Like every piece of this is just very well done. Go check them out on Facebook, Rhinos Comics and Collectibles, and on Instagram, rhinos.comics. You won't be sorry, in all honesty. It's an absolutely amazing shop. I love going in there every single time. And honestly, it's just one of those that are amazing to walk into. I saw on a Facebook group that I'm a part of, someone just traveling through here was like, hey, I had to shout out this shop, which is awesome to have someone shout out your LCS from far away who's never been to Rochester. Yeah, crazy. It's absolutely amazing. All right. So first thing I picked up was for my wife who wants Spider-Woman Dead. Lindsay McCabe is in this book. It's Spider-Woman 17. I haven't been too impressed with Spider-Woman lately, but my wife tells me pick it up on the regular, and she enjoys reading most of them. Then one that I cannot wait to read is Moon Knight, issue number 5. Very excited to see where this storyline goes. Was extremely happy after issue 4. If you want to see my 3-issue comic review on it, go check that episode out. I did pick up is this a second print? It's a variant, I can tell you that much. I am very excited to read this. I'm very interested. I have not read Something is Killing the Children, and when House of Slaughter was announced, I was like, hey, this might be the perfect chance to get into this, see what it's all about. So I'm very excited to read House of Slaughter and kind of go from there. It's an interesting style, but I'm definitely a big fan of the artwork, and that's kind of what drew me to it. I'm not a huge fan of James Tynion. I wish I could say I was, because he is a very good writer. Very he's a great writer. I don't want to take that away from him. I'm just not a fan of his works. Nice House on the Lake, good book. I don't get what the hype is about. I feel like he has all this hype surrounding him. And yes, he's a phenomenal author. But I don't know. There's just something that I don't get drawn into his books. I don't see a book on the shelves and be like, yes, I want to read that one, like I do with Donny Cates, without even knowing that it's Donny Cates. I don't know. It's just one of those things. That's not what I collect, I guess, is the best way to put it. And I mean, I think that's okay, but some people will tell you otherwise. Another one that I picked up for my kids this week for them to read is Legends Black Panther. Just a really cool cover. My son is absolutely in love with pretty much any Black Panther cover that he sees. He loves the colors on it. This one I can't wait to read. Misty Knight and what was her name? Colleen Wing. Misty Knight and Colleen Wing in The Amazing Spider-Man 78.BEY. So this is basically like 78 and a half. It's the storyline that happens between 78 and 79. They did this in Nick Spencer's run twice with 20.HU. And then also there was a couple during the Kindred storyline right before what was it? Right before Sinister War. It was like issue 51 point. LR, Last Remains. It followed basically the other spider people that were dealing with the same things that were happening in the comics, in the actual run. And I absolutely enjoyed it. I can't complain. It was a really cool way to kind of do that. And it went on for like 4 or 5 issues. It was kind of not hard to keep track, but after a while it was like, okay, where am I at right now? Did I pick this one up? Did I forget to pick this one up? Because there are 2 separate storylines that are happening at the same time, which is really cool, but sometimes really hard to follow. And that's okay. I mean, I don't mind it, but I don't like it as much either. I don't know. It is what it is. And then I'm just going to put these down until Alex comes back, because there's no point in listening to nothing. And that was all I picked up for this week. That was that. Oh, I also picked up these Heroes Reborn cards for my son, for him to play with, because he loves that kind of crap. And then I picked up previews. So Marvel, this is actually Marvel previews from this is for January, what's coming out in January. This is for DC, what's coming out in January. And this is what's coming out in December. So I'm going to do this one very soon. We're going to talk about this right before it all happens. Devil's Reign is happening soon. I've heard good and bad. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of it, but Chip Zdarsky's doing it, and he's a really cool writer. I really enjoy his stuff. And then obviously you have X Lives of Wolverine. So that will also be interesting. It's kind of all the Wolverines, it seems like, molded into one giant story instead of just X deaths of Wolverine. If Wolverine can't save the past, the only future is death. This looks pretty sweet. This is coming out January, and that's by Benjamin Percy and Joshua Cassara. So definitely interesting. Definitely worth checking out. The new season of Doom Patrol is streaming right now. So we'll be talking about this very soon on the channel. I can't wait. I love doing previews. I think they're a really awesome way to dive into new comics and try something new. I think it's a ton of fun to get involved in different books. And that's that. I mean, there's not really much else to say on that topic. One of the things that I'm really hoping for is to see Vulture reprise his role as another version of, what's the best way to put it? There is another version, another member of the Sinister Six. So I don't think, though, there's any real times that we're going to see this happen. And there's no real Easter eggs either. There's some people who have been like, oh, look. You can see them, but you really can't. There's nothing in here that lends it to believe that that's actually going to happen.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Check out my latest video to see who I think is going to save MJ. Now that I've heard, though, that we might be seeing Aunt May's death, it could possibly be Tom Holland's Peter, who saves her as his own redemption to not being able to save Aunt May. But I don't know. It's all up in the air. It's very interesting, to say the least, of what is the true storyline behind this movie. I think this is going to be a lot like Eternals, where there's a lot of different twists and turns. Obviously, we know who the villains are in this, but we don't really know why they're so eager to tear down Spider-Man. Because as we said, Electro didn't really make amends, but Doc Ock made amends, and he's pretty much leading the Sinister Six in this. Norman Osborn, obviously, he's trying to go after his own Peter Parker. There's just a lot going on here, and a lot to unpack, and a lot of stuff that we just don't know yet. So I can't wait to see this movie. I know Alex said he was going to be on his way back, but honestly, guys, I'm going to leave you here because that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you for watching so much. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your night.